Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. It's Mary Jane. So let's talk about Growing Up Hip Hop Season 4, Episode 2. We start off with Master P and Damon Dash in the studio with the beat lit. The beat was lit. I was just like, oh shit, the beat was lit. And basically, they was giving each other props and congratulating each other on the hustle that they have been through in the entertainment business and raising their family. And then we get Damon Dash talking about Boogie being a drug addict on drugs. He's a DUI kid. I was like, Dame, why are you throwing your son under the bus? So he's like, he's a DUI kid. All he does is have DUIs. He drinks, he's doing drugs. He brought lean into my house and my daughter's room where he was staying. So I had to kick him out. He needs some help. And so then also he was like, he needs rehab. And Dame Dash gets into his confessional, and Dame Dash says, in order for me to help him get money for me, he got to go to rehab. I'm like, what do you mean in order for me to help him get money for me, he got to go to rehab? Why is Dame Dash focusing on, Boogie getting money for him? First of all, they should be focusing on his mental health, the reason why is running to drugs, the reason why he's running to that outlet to heal his pain or whatever he's going through. It's like Damon Dash doesn't understand that there's something going on with Boogie. There's a reason why Boogie is not focusing on the marijuana business or the music business or the entertainment business like he wants to, because something is pulling him away. What is pulling him away? Something happened in his childhood, or something happened with him where he became addicted. It's just not one day he said, I just wanted to be an addict. Things led up to it. And it's probably a easy, taking drugs is an easy mechanism for Boogie to deal with the problem. And so just like last season when, Damon Dash found out that Boogie was doing drugs or whatever from Bree, he takes Boogie to a gun range and says, see, this is the business you can work. You need to do some hard labor. Damon Dash be getting on my nerves sometimes, but I got my love for Dame Dash. So anyways, Dame Dash is like, Boogie got to go to rehab or he's going to die. And they're just really, scared for Boogie, and Master P is going to reach out to talk to Boogie and see if he can break him down, give him some knowledge, and have him go to rehab too as well. So, but Damon Dash believed like he's being cursed. It's his karma because he sold drugs and now his son is a drug addict. And so we move on to Angela. Angela and Jojo are chilling in New York. That apartment is nice. Jojo red, white, and black that he had on was lit. And so anyways, they're having a conversation, and Angela is talking about moving to California and all this other stuff, and Romeo doing real estate. Jojo was like, oh, this is Romeo's chance to sneak in and get you. He found out that you're single and ready to mingle. He's trying to get you up in there in California. And he also says that damn, Romeo, he sings, he raps, he's an actor, he clothing line, he's a he has his own fashion line, and he also does real estate. Like, that man got mad jobs. You need to get with him, yo. He's a winner. So Jojo and Vanessa, they believe that Romeo is a winner for her, and I believe so too. Even though we have TT and we have what's her name, Bree, trying to think that they're gonna get with Romeo, it's not gonna happen. Romeo got eyes for Angela. That's who he's gonna go after. TT and Bree are not in Romeo's lane, in my opinion. But hey, it's a show, so they might switch up the point. But we know Romeo wants Angela, and we don't know if Angela wants Romeo because we don't know what she wants, and she's trying to figure out what she wants too as well. So we move on from that situation, and we get to Sam, TT, Egypt, and Troy in the studio with DJ Blade, I think, which is DJ Quick's son. So, that beat was official. That beat that DJ Quick's son, David, put on was lit. It reminded me of something like his father would play. So, it seems like Sam is official. Like, he's in California and you got DJ Quick's son. If you guys don't know who DJ Quick is, he is the man. I love me some DJ Quick. Oh! So anyways, moving on from that, so, they're talking about the song. So Sam is talking about the song is for Egypt. It's going to be dope. You're going to like it. You're going to love it. Egypt seems very confident too as well. And she's looking to her man for guidance because he is older than her, and he is actually in the entertainment business. The studio was fly. It was lit. DJ Quick's son David came in, and actually Sam sounds wonderful on that beat. That beat was lovely. The hook, which Egypt sung, the hook was great. I think that was perfect. I think it was a perfect combination, was perfectly put together, and actually Sam writing the song and then having DJ Quick, I think it was wonderful. I liked it. Even though Egypt can have the next song, the next song, the next song. They can do multiple songs. This is not just their only song that they're going to do together, the only song they have. This is the song that they're displaying on the show. So but we got Troy and TT in the background hating. They're like, oh my God. TT's like, oh my goodness. Egypt is only on a hook. This is not even Egypt's song. This is Sam's song featuring Egypt. And then Troy was like, why is she taking the back seat? Because she's the star. So, they already hating because they both single. They don't got nobody to mingle with. And, TT is desperate. Troy's desperate. They're desperate for a storyline. They're desperate to talk crap. But even though they're talking crap, they do have a point, and they're paying attention because Egypt is TT's niece. So she's going to have her back and be very conscious and aware about what's going on and what's happening with her cousin, because she's not trying to let nobody play her cousin or use her cousin, because this is real life. This is her cousin. But I think Sam, so far right now, he hasn't done anything that's negative, anything that's bad. Okay, yes, he does have 2 kids. What's her name? Pep, offered to give him a car so he can drive Uber. And so it is what it is. And we don't hear Tretch saying anything. If there's really a problem or Sam does anything that's wrong, Tretch is going to come in there and wreck, or send his peoples to wreck Sam. So, like, Sam could do whatever he wants to do right now. He could be cool, whatever. But if he crossed that line and do anything to hurt Egypt, believe me, naughty by nature, Tretch is coming through. And the whole gang is coming through. New Jersey will be in California. For real, for real. So let's not ever get that twisted. And, so on top of that, so it's kind of like an issue. Then also when, Sam said that, Egypt is going to be the Lauryn Hill of her time. What's his name? Troy was like, are you serious? The Lauryn Hill? Lauryn Hill? Okay, well, we're going there now. So they feel like that Sam is selling, Egypt a dream. But Egypt can actually sing, and she sounds good, and she's talented, and she's beautiful. She has the perfect look, the perfect body. She has the perfect attitude. Her name is Egypt for a reason. She's very reasonable. She was reasonable when her father and her mother was going through that drama. She didn't pick any sides, and she still showed love to her mom and her father at the same damn time. So Egypt is a well-adjusted young woman, and she's gonna have to go through experience where she dates, and then she can decide what type of man she wants, what characteristics to look for, and what characteristics not to have in a partner. So she has to date. So she has to get out there. Maybe Sam is not the best choice because he does have 2 kids, and he didn't have a job, but some way, somehow, I guess he had to be supporting himself, going to the gym and booking studio time, because none of that's free. So we'll see. And Sam wearing weave in his hair. Sam had weave in his hair, right? He had braids in his hair. Like, that's questionable too as well. Why is this man with braids in his hair that's not his? What's his name? The guy with one eye. I guess he's trying to be like Fetty Wap. So, but at least Fetty Wap had real hair, and it was like, it was real hair from a friend that he lost, I believe. So moving on from that, so Egypt and Troy are side-eyeing, Sam, and they feel like Sam is aggressive and he doesn't let her finish her words because he's talking. But, Egypt is okay with that. She's fine with that. Sometimes when you're in a relationship, sometimes people in relationship finish each other's sentences because they know what they're going to say. And sometimes people could take that too as someone being aggressive, someone not letting you speak. But sometimes people take it as, them connecting and being in love with each other. But we know Egypt had been with Sam for a month, and then they move in together. That's really fast and quick. But young people, especially today age, they move fast and quick. And if Pep is okay with it and she's helping the situation, well, TT and Troy just need to stay on the sideline and gather information and watch, and then they can come in and attack and call trash. So, but TT needs something to do because she's living rent-free, running around in people's business. Last year she was in Boogie's business. Last year she was in Bree's business. Last year she was in Angela's business. Last year she was in Christina's business and Adonis. Her and Troy, you need to start doing these women. You need to start doing Pep's hair. That's what you need to start doing. and TT's hair too as well a little bit. But so moving on from that, I'm just like, they're doing their thing. So I like the song, I like the beat, I liked everything. It was cool. So we get Romeo and Master P. They go out to look at a car. Romeo needs to get a new car, and he brings his father with him. And Romeo's talking about he want a new car that can fit a baby seat. And he's like, oh no, it's not about Angela. It is about, my other friends. Like, yeah, right. Master P was like, yo, listen, fast women and fast cars don't go together. And forget all that babysit, that car with a baby seat. Like, come on, and we don't want no. P said, get that car with no baby seat. And you can't put a baby seat in. So Master P is not feeling that. Master P wants the best for his son too as well. But he's gonna let Romeo experience things. But the two kids situation, Sam has a daughter that's 5 years old, and he has a son that's 3 years old. That's really small. They're still stair-steppers, and sometimes people with young kids at that age, they're not really sure if they still want to be apart from their baby's mother, their baby's father. That's why sometimes I usually wait till the kids are like 10 or 11, a little bit older, because by that time they decide whether they can't make the family work. But this is really soon and early fast. So we get back to Angela, and Angela is in Atlanta. I mean, she's in she's in LA, and she's with her life coach, and she's just talking about her problems that, forgiving herself. She never forgave herself for losing her virginity and breaking her promise with God, losing her virginity and breaking her promise with herself, waiting until she was married. So she needs to forgive herself. She worked about forgiving other people, but she never worked on forgiving herself. And, it's a good story, for young girls and women to understand that they need to forgive themselves for making mistakes, because we all do make mistakes. It's what we do after mistakes that really that we can judge ourselves by. Some people make mistakes and they keep making the mistakes and they never learn, but it's what you do after you make the mistake, how you be triumphant over the situation. So Angela's trying her best to move forward, and she also tells her life coach that she's never going to get back with her baby's father. It's over with, done. It's a one and done. She's done with it, and it's up to anybody to believe that, whether she was a virgin or not. It's up to you. I don't care if she was a virgin or not, because I don't care who she sleeps with or whatever. It's on the show, but people do care, because I have seen people on her timeline cuss her out. But everybody is not perfect, you know what I mean? And people do make mistakes. And everybody that are Christian, I try to hold, the 10 Commandments, break the 10 Commandments. That's why you repent and you ask for forgiveness, because we're not as strong as we would like to be sometimes. We have temptations. It's whatever. But it's also the people judging her, because she is the daughter of a reverend, and the way that she grew up and the promise that she made as a young girl on TV that she's going to wait till she was a virgin. And then both of the sisters end up single mothers. So that's what you call life, reality. And so moving on from that, Master P wants to meet up with, Boogie, to have a conversation with him, to talk to him. So, also Romeo lets Master P know that Angela's single, and Master P is like, whatever. He was like, I knew Angela was going to be single soon, because she's coming from a different type of life, and the dude that she got pregnant by is a street dude, so I knew it wasn't going to work. It was only a matter of time. And so, Romeo's, hinting like he wants to be with Angela, and Master P was like, yo, leave that alone. She got too much baggage. But he's not saying it exactly like that, but his mannerism is saying, like, Angela is not the girl you need to be with right now, and so many different words. And so we have Bree. She meets up with Egypt, and she's at Bree's apartment, and Bree meets up with Egypt, and they're at her apartment. Egypt's apartment is nice. It looks good. Like, they got, like, who is paying for that? Like, is Pep paying for that apartment? That apartment is nice. Of course he's not going to I don't know if that was his apartment at first, but maybe he had a roommate and was able to afford it, and now Egypt's there and she can afford it. I don't know, or the apartment can be there from, R&BTV paying for it. I don't know, but it's a nice apartment. Bree likes the apartment, and really Bree is not worried about Egypt being with Sam. She just, she knows that she needs to have this experience, and she's being grown and she's being mature and she's developing herself as a adult woman. But Bree's concern is what's going on with Romeo and TT, and she lets Bree lets, Egypt know that, hey, listen, you need to tell TT to cool down that ice box, that hot box that she got down there, because and so, Bree's kind of alluding that she's feeling Romeo. They flirt with each other here and there, but then she don't see him for a while, or he'll be flirting with TT for the rest of the night, just like what happened at, Vanessa's party. So she's thinking there's missed messages. He could just be nice. He's like, oh, Romeo would say I smell good, look good, and all this other stuff. And I think Romeo, his name is Romeo. He flirts. He's a romantic. He likes to make women feel good, but not necessarily want to be in a relationship with you. Anybody that he feels like he really want to be in a relationship with would be, Angela, because TT's messy. She went around telling Boogie's business. And, Bree has a little bit of bad reputation, arguing, fighting, and being negative, but also being real. But them are characteristics that Romeo wouldn't, be with a woman with. Them characteristics is not his partay. So they leave that conversation, and so then we got Bree. She goes out, not Bree. We have, Sam. He goes out with Egypt, his girlfriend. They're playing around. They're painting cups or whatever. And this is when he has the extensions in his hair. It's funny. And, he wants to paint her cup green. It seems like he's kind of a little bit, he cares about her. And also, maybe he seems like a little bit aggressive because he just wants to go to, because, Egypt tells him about a photo shoot modeling for Romeo. A lot of guys will be like, okay. There's some guys who will be very nonchalant. Oh, no problem. Oh, do your thing. But he's like, oh, I'm going to come with you, because he also knows she's young too as well. And he doesn't know the dynamics of Romeo and Egypt's relationship. And so he wants to be there. He could be there because he wants to worry about his girl and make sure she's protected and she's okay. Or he can be there because he's jealous. Or he could be there because he wants to clout chase and be on camera. And, TT and, Troy says that, oh, he's chasing fame. TT and Troy is chasing fame. Everybody on this show is chasing fame. Like, come on, that's why you on the show. Kill me with that. So anyways, they get there, and so now everyone's getting ready to go to Romeo's pool party / photo shoot, because Romeo let all the girls know that he wants them to be there. So TT's there, some other models are there. I don't know why they're not focusing on the other models, because the other models look just as good. TT looked beautiful. This is the first time I've seen TT look drop dead gorgeous, in my opinion. And so also you have, Bree. She shows up. I don't know what the hell she had on. She looked like a grandmother in her outfit. The hat was beautiful. I just really couldn't see the style of the bathing suit or whatever she had on, or swimwear. But she wasn't gonna model because I don't think she's comfortable. B, I don't think she wanted to get paid. C, she was there for the bullshit too as well. But she also wanted to see Romeo too, because she got a little crush on him. So, but Romeo is all up on TT. Wearing all the clothes. She's shaking her booty. She's moving around. She's looking all sexy. They hugged up. Romeo's telling her that she smells like honey, or she smells like this, she smells like that. And she's shaking her booty, and her body looks drop dead gorgeous in the outfits that she has on. Her hair looks good. Her makeup looks good. She looks like an actual model. And so, as a situation, because now, Bree is noticing this, and Troy is not helping the situation, because he's bringing up, oh, they look so good together. Look how they're talking. I never really seen them as a couple. Wow. So he's adding fuel to the flame, because TT and Troy already talked about, they think that Bree has a crush on Romeo from Vanessa's party. So let's not get it twisted. So moving on from that, TT, she feels some type of way. She's feeling some negative energy coming from, Bree. And Bree was just like, I don't have a problem. It's all good. She was like, what you want? And Bree was like, TT was like, well, when I greeted you, you barely even smiled or whatever. It was like nonchalant, like, oh. And then, Bree was like, what you want me to jump up and do cartwheels and backflips? And so you can tell Bree is out of her element. She's feeling not comfortable because she might feel insecure because she's around like women that are size 0. She's not a size 0, and they look like model material, and she doesn't feel comfortable in modeling his clothes too as well. So she's always like out of her element when she's chilling with these people and these certain situations. And Romeo flirts with Bree for like a quick second, and he's back over there on TT. So Romeo's storyline is which woman he's gonna pick this season, and is Bree and TT gonna fight each other. So we have Sam. He's all looking, he's quiet, he's paying attention, but Sam is smoking weed. That that thing that he has is that he keeps smoking. It's not hookah, it's actually herb. He probably has his marijuana card and he's drinking, and TT and Troy noticed, and Troy runs the business and was like, yo, I heard from a friend that he will get a girl pregnant. He tries to isolate them from their friends, and then also, you know, he's chasing fame. He's a fame whore, and so they can't wait to go run back and tell, you know, Pep. So that's the end of that situation. And so we get to, you know, Angela. She actually finally moved to LA. She's in her apartment. She's not too happy with it because it's too small. And, you know, Vanessa lets her know that she told Romeo that she was single. And she was like, well, Romeo already reached out. We're going to look at apartments together. And, you know, Vanessa's trying to get Angela to see that Romeo's a good guy for her to date. But Angela's not ready yet. And she doesn't really see Romeo like that right now. She's just trying to get over her breakup. And she doesn't like her apartment because it's too small. So she can't wait to move into a different house. So then we get to Boogie and Master P talk. Boogie's not really hearing it. He was like, you know, these old heads coming with me. I can handle my business. I can handle my problems. And Master P's feeling like Boogie is not paying attention to him. He's not getting the message. So Master P was like, if you was my son, I would have not, you know, I would have got into you. And so the conversation with them not agreeing or working out anything, Boogie leaves. And then we have TT and Troy. They get into it. They go tell, you know, Pep that, hey, we think, you know, Sam is using Egypt. He's no good. You know, we heard these rumors about him, his 2 kids, how he gets women pregnant. He's a fame whore. He's very aggressive, not kind of aggressive. He doesn't let Egypt speak or whatever. Pep said, this is no proof. This is no factual. I like Sam, and he hasn't done anything yet for me to dislike him. So move on. And you guys are just being messy and always in somebody's business. And Ned was like, well, he acts good around you, but around us, he's differently. So, you know, Pep is going to look into it and see what happens with the situation or whatever. And they also say, well, they did a song together, and, you know, Egypt is just on hook and he took over. So Pep was like, you know, I'm not really hearing it. I'll talk to Egypt. If there is a problem, Egypt will come back and she'll tell me and she'll let me know, because she's a well-adjusted adult and I'm her friend and I haven't judged her. So she'll come and she'll let me know if there's anything wrong. So, basically, she tells TT and Troy to get a life, in other words. But, you know, they're doing the right thing because they care about Egypt. So, it is what it is. So, peace. I'm out. One love.